I've worked with RSPCA since 2013. I had a bit of a break in between, so about 5 years all up. We're in cattery, and I still do work in cattery, and I've worked in kennels, walking the dogs. I still do with arts and crafts, where we make enrichment toys for both cats and dogs and rabbits and everyone else. I've also worked with guinea pigs and rabbits, and when I did my animal studies, I also worked with rats and mice and sheep as well. Well, here at the RSPCA we call it Noseworks, and there's a lot of Noseworks competitions, so that's a formal name, but it's also been known as scent games. And basically it's a smelling game where a dog uses his mind and his superpower, which is his nose, to work out a puzzle and be a little detective and figure things out. So most dogs, most breeds, their ability to smell is anywhere between 10,000 to 100,000 times better than a human. Basically, you see a lot of detector dogs. You see Border Patrol, where they work at airports and sniff out luggage and find illegal food or drugs and that sort of stuff. You see a lot of dogs who work sniffing out cancers and diabetes in people. I also used to be in the police force, so I used to watch a lot of the police dogs hunt down bad guys. It's really exciting to watch them. Their little faces are so excited when they're doing it. So, you know, it can be used in a lot of service areas that are really beneficial to people, but as well as really rewarding for dogs. For shelter dogs particularly, it's really beneficial because they get to develop a bond, a positive bond with people, and they haven't always had that in their life. It gives them an activity to do. It gives them something to do. Everyone feels like what they do needs to be worthwhile, and they need to feel like it's important, and it's no different to dogs. They learn new commands, new activities. They learn, you know, find it, sit, stay, all that sort of stuff if they haven't learnt it previously. The other thing it does, it gives them mental stimulation. So as we said, they actually start to think for themselves. In this game, they are the leader. We don't lead. Their whole life they're told when to eat, when to sleep, when to play, what to play with. And in the adult world with dogs, they would make decisions for themselves. So we give them that opportunity. 10 minutes of Noseworks is actually equivalent to 1 hour of a walk in terms of how much brain power and energy it takes. Some of the dogs we've had here, they're too afraid. They're afraid of their own shadow. So if they succeed in little tasks, it builds their confidence. Some of the more excitable dogs and anxious dogs and reactive dogs, because they're using so much brain power, it's like going for an extra walk. So it calms them down, and we like to do that with adoption dogs particularly because when they're calm, they present their best to future parents. You can set up in an area that's not distracting to dogs. We've moved away from the kennels and the kennel sounds and that kind of things. You should initially at least have your dog on a lead. The lead must always try and be soft because again, going back, they're the leader of this game, not us. Always only do one dog at a time, so there's no competition, and you know, they can be the star of their own show. A lot of dogs, for some reason, they tend to wee when they're using their nose. So be mindful that you're not doing it on a carpet, inside the house, that kind of thing. If they've weed on a box, throw it out, never reuse it because it detracts from the smell of the treat. Okay, so the first thing we would start off with, and we've done that with some of the dogs here, is we play which hand game. So basically, you sit a dog in front of you, you have your hands out, you get a treat, and you show him which hand you've put the treat in. You close a fist and you ask them to sniff it out. And basically, they've seen you put it in and eventually they figure it out. You have to be patient sometimes. You can hide your hand so that you can't see where the hand is. You can move further away, make them sit and stay while you move further away, and that kind of thing. So progressively you can get them interested and understanding to sniff treats out. I'll probably best explain it with an example. So I've probably last year sometime I had a Dalmatian, and that Dalmatian was so scared of the whole world. It would flatten itself because it was just too scared to go anywhere, do anything. We brought it in to do a bit of Noseworks, and it took probably about 10-15 minutes to actually even get it to get up and go towards the boxes. So we let it kind of walk to a couple of boxes. It didn't take any treats because it was so scared, but that was fine. So we let it be, we took it back, and then in about an hour or so we brought it back out. It was still slow, but it actually started to go and picked up a couple of treats. We put it back. An hour later we brought it out again and it was going around trying to sniff. And seeing that is just so amazing. Yeah. That's what I love the most.